since 1995 when they were 12-10-3, as their set record that year was 34-33. So quite the improvement here for seventh-year head coach Kayla Gallup. She has a record of 70-129. Brandy Wittenbaugh is the new first-year head coach of Maquoketa Valley. This is her 8th year total coaching varsity of volleyball, as she spent 7 years between O-Line and Clarion Goldfield. The last season she coached was 1997, as she is the 12th head coach here at Maquoketa Valley since 1986, and 6 first-year head coaches. And Coach Wittenbaugh trying to get the program established here. Coach Josh Holmes last year, we enjoyed covering him in the postseason, Joni, and unfortunately with his work commitments, he had to give it up. And here we are in transition again for this Maquoketa Valley volleyball program.
Yeah, and even though they're going to miss him because his volleyball sense was so good, and I know the job took him away from it, they hired somebody that really knows the game. She's been around this game forever. She knows the stuff. She knows how to set up a good program. I see she's got family in the crowd there. I see Abby sitting over there, sitting on the bleachers and going to watch her mom. And she's got one of the best assistant coaches you could ask for. Melissa's a good friend of mine, and she's one of those loyal, positive, wonderful assistant coaches that you always look for.
That's right. Abby Wittenbaugh, who John was alluding to, the daughter of Brandy. Abby was a all-conference player in 2009 for Maquoketa Valley, as Melissa Dutra, one of the head coaches here at Maquoketa Valley volleyball history back in 2005, as she's on the staff as assistant coach. Kayla Gallup is a 2007 graduate of East Buchanan High School. They talk about her 7th season, as she's a 2011 grad of Loris, a 4-year volleyball player at Loris College in Dubuque, as Kayla Gallup is assisted by Byron Reeder. As Eric Connor, the acting administration here tonight, is rattling off the introductions as we're close to getting this one started. As East Buchanan and Maquoketa Valley, these two teams did face each other 3 times during the season. The interesting thing, the regular season meeting in-week match on Tuesday, October 3rd here in Delhi, went to East Buchanan 3-1. The other 2 times were in tournaments, and Mac Valley won those 2-0. Coach Wittenbaugh does not like the fact of meeting a team 4 times. They know each other too well. She knows it's a scrappy team, a very good defensive team. They know each other too well. When that happens, you can't really plan for it. There's not much you can do because they know you know them, but it's got to be advantage a little bit because you know them so well.
And that's the way I look at it. We've always looked at it. You don't want to meet them that 4th time, but you know a lot about them. You know the tendencies. You know what her arm swing is like. You know where she's going to hit the most, so you can set that defense up against it. So this is going to be a barn burner tonight. I really have that feeling.
As getting ready for this match here tonight, it's Maquoketa Valley at 13-15, East Buchanan at 20-10. Area volleyball, second round regional action coming here right next, right here from KMCH Sports. Tyler Jones back with you from Delhi, Maquoketa Valley High School, where the new entrance looks very nice. The offices are almost done. They got to move in today, Mr. Connor tells me, and very nice setup here in the gym. The boilers are out of the top decks here. We have a little more room more room for activities up here, Joe.
Some activities you can go to up there.
As we take a look at the starters here for East Buchanan, Alexa Reniker, Katie G, Caitlin Murphy, Olivia Dunley, Haley Hamilton, Nicole Penninger, and Becca Waldhart. And for Maquoketa Valley, Joni.
It looks like Macy Freiberger out there. You've got Olivia Hager, Peyton Reese, Emerson Whitlaw.
As the serve over by Maquoketa Valley, the hit back is down by East Buchanan, and we have our first kill of the night by the Buccaneers.
You've also got Macy Hager out there, too.
As this one is slammed over by number 3, Alexa Reniker. Front set, back set now, right side. Trying to avoid the antenna, pushing it over is Olivia Dunley, the sophomore. This one is hit over and down by Maquoketa Valley. Wildcats have tied it up at 1. Underway at 7:01. Second round match. Checking on the other area contest tonight. And Starmont is taking on Central Cater up at Starmont. We'll be getting updates from that one. This one served over. Now East Buchanan, a little throw over the net. It's off the net, maybe off the left wrist of Peyton Reese, the senior, and down. And it's 2-1 East Buchanan.
Yeah, that was a nice placement. She was going. She saw that there was a double block up on her, so she just took her hand and put it right past him. However, it didn't go up over the net. So
this one is hit over. Now pinballed around. Toss back over. East Buchanan will front set it, hit it off the block, and it will go almost out of bounds. Now, nice effort by East Buchanan, as here's a throw toss over by Caitlin Murphy, the senior. Smacking it back over. Hit basket now. They hit back over, and then the slam block back over by Peyton Reese that falls on East Buchanan territory, the senior. Puts herself another kill, and it's 2-2.
yeah, Peyton Reese is putting a pretty good presence up there.
This one is blocked off the hit at Hamilton, and this is going to be a carry violation call. The number 11, Hamilton, was just trying to hit it again as it went off her shoulder. Awkward look there. They give that one to number 15, AC Freiberger. This one is hit, goes out of bounds off the hit attempt at Maquoketa Valley, and getting the kill that time is Katie G. So Barrow is Madison Heimler, the senior. Here's a hard hit down the line off the block, and good. Another kill for Macy Freiberger, her second. As Maquoketa Valley is 14 of their team, 6 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen. East Buck 14 on theirs as well, 7 seniors, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores. And there's a kill down that time from up left front. There's Emerson Wittenball, freshman daughter of head coach Brandy Wittenball, as Wittenball gets his first kill. Take a look at kill leaders here for Maquoketa Valley. Freiberger has 162 coming in. Peyton Reese has 160. Macy Hager 124. Emerson Wittenball has 114. 2 over the 100 mark for East Buchanan, as it's Caitlin Murphy with 276. That sets a season record. And Alexa Reniker with 142. As this one is hit down in the back row.
Another kill by Emerson.
Wittenball gets her second for the freshman. 6-3, Maquoketa Valley now a 3-point lead. Ball popped back up front, little sideways shiver over, now front set. Left to right, little tappers without the dinner rolls, Joni. There's
right.
the first breadbasket shot of the night, and that's Olivia Hager, the junior.
Yeah, it's nice to see Olivia place that ball. I know in practice this week, I was talking to Melissa before the game. They said they really worked on that breadbasket to make sure that we didn't say that the biscuits and brown gravy.
Oh, they listen, huh?
They listen.
There is Caitlin Murphy, East Buchanan, hitting that one hard down the line, but it stayed on East Buchanan's side. So Maquoketa Valley will get the point of the ball. It's 8-3.
Got a 5-point run going on right now.
Tossed over, and now he's Buchanan swatting it out of bounds. Trying to go for the kill was Nicole Pettinger, the sophomore, and Coach Gallup will take the timeout. Timeout on the floor, 9-3 Maquoketa Valley. We'll take it back after this from KMCH Sports.
Precision.
Got a jump back with you, serve over, now by East Buchanan. As the Wildcats lead 9-3, there's going to be a two-hit violation called the Mac Valley. East Buchanan gets their fourth point of the night. It's 9-4. Serving it back left side is Caitlin Murphy, the senior. She serves this one out of bounds off the far side from the student section. It's 10-4 now, Maquoketa Valley. Caitlin Murphy, her third year playing varsity volleyball, most kills in a season last year with 246, as she surpassed that this year with 30 more, 276.
She's looking pretty good this year.
And try on that one, trying a little too hard that time. It's the serve back to East Buchanan. This one is going to be down and in for Alexa Reniker. She gets her second kill of the night. She comes in second on the team in that category with a 142 on the season. As here back middle will be Katie G, the junior serving. She has one kill so far on the night. She'll line drive this over. The Libero Imler, the senior, gets to it, pops it up first. Sideways pump over by Brooke Wilson, the junior, checked in moments ago. This one is tapped. Now blocked back over by Wilson. There's a push to the middle. Popping that up in the air, and now a little tap over. Wittenbaugh, nice dig and roll there by Katie G. Front set, here's Wittenbaugh for the kill. Off the net, over the block and down on the near side, right in front of Reniker. She can get there in time. And the lead, 11-5, Wittenbaugh, her third kill tonight.
You know, right now she's not playing like a freshman. She's bringing the energy to the floor. She's doing a really nice job out there.
Front set in the middle. Here's a hard left down that time. That's Alexa Reniker. She's got 3 kills on the night.
Yeah, she's second in hitting with 142, and she's averaging 2 per set. So she's another force up there for East Buchanan.
11-6 now. Wildcats lead 5-5. The serve over by Pettinger, the sophomore, popped up in the air near the rafters for Mac Valley. They'll get it over in the form of Reese. It pinballs around, but drops on down. Didn't get a good handle on it. That time was G as she stuck her way to the front row. It fell down, and the point goes there. Macy Freiberger gets her third kill tonight. 6-point lead. Wildcats 12-6. There's a serve over by Wittenbaugh, the front set. Here's the hammer, and beautiful placement on that ball by Haley Hamilton, the junior. Her first kill of the night. Hamilton comes in with 68 kills on the season. 29th match of the year for Maquoketa Valley. The 31st match of this season for East Buchanan. This one served out of bounds by Alexa Reniker, the sophomore, on the near side in front of the Maquoketa Valley bench. And it's 13-7 now. 6-point advantage for Mac Valley. This one served over by the Wildcats. Front set, left corner. Going up over the block. It's going to fall down after a hit by Reese. Getting that one that time is Caitlin Murphy. She gets her first kill tonight, coming in leading the way with 206 kills, 76 kills on the year. Murphy has her first, and it's 13-8 now, the 5-point lead for Maquoketa Valley. In the lineup is Megan G, the senior, to serve. This one is hit off the block by Freiberger. Now pinball around, block back over, but out of bounds. A hit by Caitlin Murphy, the senior. And it was blocked, but out of bounds. So the Buccaneers battling their way back in. It's 13-9. The back middle.
Reese had a really nice hand on that.
Front set across the net. There's a tapper over. Now hit back over by Freiberger. Pushed to the corner by East Buchanan. Here's another push on top of the net. Hamilton. Front set. adjusting, throwing it out of bounds is Peyton Reese, the senior. Good idea, trying to go on far side, just a little too long.
Yeah, that was even an inch. If that was even an inch, that was pretty close.
Back middle, this one is out of bounds, serve out, the back end. And Megan Cheek didn't get that one in. What'd you see from your end?
My granny glasses couldn't see that one, but I don't think the East Buchanan people like that very well.
They did not. That one is 20 in. And a serving ace that time by Peyton Reese. Serving ace is on the year. She leads the team with 40. At 41 now, as she gives her team a 5-point lead, 15-10. Serve to the middle, popped up in the air by Walhart, the libero, a senior. And stepped back over by Freiberger. Front set, now sideways bump by Pettinger. Front set in the middle, going up and throwing it down, but out of bounds on the far side. Macy Hager, the senior. And it's 15-11 now, the 4-point lead.
Macy's got a pretty nice swing across her body. She swings very hard that way. She just needs to make sure that she gets it inbound.
This one down the line, Wittenbaugh. Bump set, and a hit over by Caitlin Murphy. The senior Murphy gets her third kill of the night. And within 3 now, the Buccaneers, it's 15-12. There's Haley Hamilton now, the junior to serve. Gets it to the back row where Imler is. Gets it up front, now a hard kill off the block. And getting the kill is Macy Freiberger, her 4th of the night. Our officials tonight, Lori Lammers, the Manchester West Delaware grad, Belinda Dack, the Duke Wahlert graduate.
Yeah.
Both familiar with volleyball, coaching, officiating, playing. Veteran officials here for the past several years. We've seen them in the postseason. Lori Lammers and Belinda Dack of Dubuque. This one is hit out of bounds by East Buchanan.
Yeah, the setter was trying to put it in the breadbasket only over by the 10-foot line on the end. Didn't get it quite in.
This one serves to the back row. I'm going to go out the back end by Macy Freiberger, the junior. And the 4-point lead here for Maquoketa Valley now, 17-13. Back to service, Caitlin Murphy, the senior. So, angle it to the back row where Imler is. Pop it up front. Trying to avoid that line. Wittenbaugh trying to get it over, but she stepped over the line when she was battling a couple blue jerseys up front. And East Buchanan back within 3 now, 17-14.
You know, and both players, East Buchanan and MB, got up and battled at that net for that one.
Well, it's hit too long out the back end as Murphy lets it fly, and the senior gives Maquoketa Valley their 18th point. It's 18-14. Back Valley leads by 4 here. Back into the lineup, Brooke Wilson, the junior for Maquoketa Valley, and also Maddie Anderegg. Maddie, junior, she serves it over. Here's a set and a kill attempt. Maquoketa Valley can still get it over. They hit it back over, and popping it up is Murphy. At the net. She cannot get it high enough over the net, and Maquoketa Valley gets the point.
East Buchanan's trying to claw their way back into the game, but then stuff like that, when you think it's going through the rafters, you don't know where it's going to come down.
This is a nice serve, tough angle. Now, East Buchanan. Reneker pops it over. They bump, sideways shiver over. Recovered by Waldhart in the back row. Slap to the back row where the back alley libero Imler is, but she hits it to her right out of bounds. It's 19-15. Wildcats lead the Buccaneers. You're in a second round match. East Buchanan defeating Northland 3-0 last Tuesday night with the victory at home in Winthrop. Maquoketa Valley had a bye in the first round. It's Class 2A Region 7 bracket. And this one's pinballed around. Nice little volley here. Hits the back row. Diving effort. We have whistles. And what do we got?
In the net by East Buchanan.
You know, that violation called on the Buccaneers.
You know, Imler on Maquoketa Valley for their libero, she just had some really quick arms on that because that was a very hard hit ball, and she just popped it up in the air.
5-point lead for Mac Valley. They're 5 points away from taking the first set. And that's a little confusion there in the back row. Waldhart and Pettinger. And it falls down. A timeout here for East Buck. 21-15. 4 points away, Mac Valley for taking set 1. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
When it comes to financial
John and Jones back with you from Maquoketa Valley High School Gymnasium in Delhi. 21-15 Wildcats lead the set at number one. There's a tip over by Wittenball. What they call?
Called Buchanan in the net. They tried to block one-handed. You can't do that when you turn sideways because something's going to run into the net that way.
22-15. Mac Valley 3 points away in a set number one. That's 15 minutes old. This one served out of bounds out the back end by Macy Hager, and the Buccaneers get their 16th point, 22-16, the 6-point lead for the Wildcats. This is bumped up by Hager off the serve. Shoveled into the net and falls back down as Macy Anderegg just trying to shovel that one over, but it hit the top of the tape and came back down. The junior was denied by the net, and it's 22-17. This one's popped over off the serve by Pettinger, the sophomore. Here's a hard slam down to the left corner. Peyton Reese, the senior. She gives the Wildcats a 23rd point now. It's 23-17.
That's 4 kills for her in one set. That's pretty good stuff.
And it's a back set. Little tap over the block. And also
somebody in the net on that.
And another
Maquoketa Valley
violation called on Maquoketa Valley.
They're saying it's Freiberger.
23-18. 5-point lead now. This one is served over, popped up in the air, front set, right to left. Here's a hard kill attempt by Reese. It's blocked back at her. She hits it, and it goes out of bounds. 23-19. East Buchanan, 4 points down. Wildcats are 2 points away.
You know, that's one thing she can't let bother her. You know, you could tell by her face when she got down, she's pretty mad about that. Use the block. Get up there next time and just say, if you're going to block me, I'll just use you.
Let's get back over the 2 hits called on Maquoketa Valley. And Coach Whitball, that's the timeout. 23-20, East Buchanan, comeback city here. 3-point lead for the Wildcats. We're back after this from KMCH Sports. Back into Delhi. A little volley going on here after East Buchanan service. Still 3-point lead. Back there is a block at the net. And it's blocked back over by Maquoketa Valley. That is Peyton Reese, the senior, hitting the block. Gives the Wildcats a chance for game point here. 24-20.
I really like the energy from both teams on the floor tonight. Everybody's celebrating everything they can do.
Abby Holt serving it over. There's a set to the right side, block back over, and there it is. Getting the point there is Lacey Freiberger. Both Freiberger and Reese in set one with 5 kills apiece. 25-20 is our set one total as the Wildcats win this one in 18 minutes here in this first set of this Class 2A first round Region 7 volleyball contest. An update from near Arlington. Starmont beat Central Cater in the first one, 25-14. We'll try to get you updates of Cascade and Bellevue, another area coverage match going on tonight. We'll get ready for set number 2 coming up here. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
This is Phil.
Back into Delhi, John and Joan with you on this Monday night, second round coverage here. Class 2A volleyball area style. Here's an ace serve by Alexa Reniker. As Reniker puts the Buccaneers up 2-0 as Olivia Dunley got her second kill of the night on a kill right before the ace serve by Reniker. Buccaneers lead early here 2-0 after the Wildcats took the first set 25-20 in 18 minutes. Here's a serve out of bounds. The Wildcats will get it. It's 2-1 East Buchanan now. So served over, now pinballed around, pops up in the air, and one-hand slap over by Pettinger. And now from the middle, front set. Here's a hard slam. And that's going to be in the net and down on Mac Valley's side. It will be the point for the Buccaneers. 3-1. Bucks lead it early on here. Set number 2.
Good point by Freiberger. She seems to go deeper with it.
Oops.
Ace serve.
And the ace serve that time is Megan G., the senior. As what happened there for Maquoketa Valley's defense?
Well, you know, you've got two people that are overlapping on a serve, and you find that weakness. Sometimes that communication from them doesn't come very well.
Trickles over the cape and falls down before Hager can get a hand on it. And Coach Wittenbaugh wants to kill the momentum right now. It's a 5-1 start for East Buchanan. We'll keep it right here as the Buccaneers lead by 4, 5, 2, 1.
You know, and looking at the timeout with Coach Wittenbaugh right now, you can see that she's talking about, okay, who's got short serves, who's got deep serves, so that they can get themselves back on the floor and understand their roles and where they're supposed to be going for serve. So it's kind of fun to watch. When we're up this high, we can kind of watch them, so it's kind of fun to see what they say.
Back serving is Megan G., the senior. It over. A save running out of bounds is Holtz. It's popped back over. Sideways shiver in the breadbasket. Nice diving effort by Wittenbaugh. She got it up in the air. Then it was hit sideways by Holtz. But then it went out of bounds. As East Buck gets another kill point. Who got that one? Did you see?
Yeah, it really was a kind of a pass over.
There is almost a front set. She faked it and pushed it right over. Freiberger gets her sixth kill of the night. She stuck it in the far corner. It's 6-2 from the middle. This one's served to the back row. There's a hit off the block. East Buchanan trying to save it. They get it over, but it's out of bounds. Mac Valley gets their third point. It's 6-3. East Buck here early on in game number 2. And this one from the middle of the floor, front set, right to left. Hammer. That's going to be out. Line judge had to think about it for a minute and look out from here, and she went with the proper decision for the away crowd. And 7-3.
She really did look at that one, didn't she?
Indeed. 7-3, the 4-point lead. East Buchanan by 4. The serve was by Reniker, checked out by Hamilton. That's one hit, and sneaking it in, asking for a touch. Maquoketa Valley asking for something. I'm not sure what they're asking for.
So they're asking for a lift, but I don't think it was, because I think it was Andrig that pushed it out there to that corner, wasn't it? I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, Miss Lammers was
pretty good look into that.
Right there on it, was motioning to the bench. She's shaking her head no. There's a front set right to left. There's a hard still attempt over, blocked back over by Olivia Hager. Now it's hit back up front into the net, and now the pass was into the net by Eimler. Hager hit it in the net and fell back down. It's 9-3, 6-point lead here for East Buck. Haley Hamilton, the junior, will serve it over. She can't get it over the net. She short arms it, and it hits the right front corner of the net. It's 9-4 East Buck. Here with Macy Freiberger, one of the 4 juniors on this team to serve it over. She line drives it into the top of the tape. And it's 10-4 now, East Buck. I want to thank our sponsors here tonight of area volleyball. Of course, our 47 regular sports boosters, but 11 of our extra sponsors here tonight as well. The front set from the middle. Will push over. There on the cover with Hamilton, and they get a two-hit violation called on Maquoketa Valley. It's 11-4. And serving back left side is Caitlin Murphy, the senior. Murphy short on this one in the net. The trading points back and forth. It's 11-5 now. Those sponsors: Chicken Creek Studio, Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, Delhi Insurance Agency, Delhi Machine Shop, Exit Realty, Susie Meyer, Hillside Manufacturing, Monticello Sports, Silver Edge Co-op, Wolfcool Electric, and Winthrop Blocker on the East Buchanan flavor. This one served over by the Wildcats. It's 11-5 Buccaneers. Front set. A little two-handed tap over. And a running toss into the net by Katie G. The junior couldn't get it high enough. It's 11-6 now. 5-point lead for East Buchanan. Back right side. This is Macy Anderegg Jr. serving it. Here's the offset and a spike attempt, but well out of bounds off the right hand of Alexa Reniker, the sophomore, and it's 11-7 now.
You know, Maquoketa Valley's trying to claw their way back in, but East Buchanan's helping them with some of these unforced errors, too, so they just need to tie it back down.
Back set. Here's a toss over the net. Push back over. Pinball around. Hits the rafters. It comes down hard. A valiant effort by Freiberger, but it hit that rafter and bounded down before Whitten. That might have been 4 hits anyway, wasn't it?
Well, I don't think it was 4 hits. I think Whitten thought she was closer to the net. Yeah. I think she thought it was going over.
Tough angle came right down on her. Yeah. She couldn't tell, as Joan alluded to. 12-7 Buccaneers. Will tap over that time by Brooke Wilson. There's a hard slam. Got it down. Kill point there. Alexa Reniker.
I got fourth
kill of the night for Reniker, coming in leading the way. Second on the team, I should say, with 142 kills on the season.
Yep, she averages 2 per set, so she's got her average for both sets already tonight.
On the right corner, serving it over, popping it up, out of bounds, trying to save it. Valiant effort by Wittenbaugh. Hit it, and it fell out of bounds, 14-7. As Katie G, the junior, will go back to serve. On the back right corner, serving this over G to Wilson. Sideways bump over to Wilson. Front set, the hammer, and down. Over the block up front. Nicole Penninger gets another kill, her first kill of the night. Mac Valley takes another timeout. 15-7 East Buck. We're back after this with KMCH Sports. Back in Adele High, 15-7 East Buck. The hard slam down. It hits and goes down out of bounds off of the hands of Freiberger. And another kill for Alexa Reniker. She has 5 on the night, 2 in the second set. We reach the later stages of set 2, 16-7. Mac Valley leads the match 1-0 after an 18-minute game number 1. Mac Valley won 25-20. But it's been a lot of East Buchanan here answering back, leading by 9 now. There's a toss over, a little tippity tap, and a ball. 2-hit violation. Do you agree?
Yep, I knew she was going to call back.
AC Hager, the senior.
Lori is really good at calling the hand. She watches the spin of the ball. She's going to call you.
Front set in the middle. Here's a hard slap, off a block, and then hit again and down. But Mac Valley gets the point. There's Wittenbaugh. First time we've seen her in a while. That's her first kill of game number 2, her 4th of the night. An update from Bellevue. The Comets win the first one in an extra point. Set number 1, 26-24 over Cascade. With an eye on that one, Starmont beat Central Gator 25-14 in their first set tonight up at Starmount High School. This one, a short arm slammed into the net by Murphy. Mac Valley gets the point as it's now 17-9. Mac Valley trailing here. East Buchanan.
Nice dig.
Swat over by Lineker. The dig and then hit out of bounds.
Yeah, Maddie Andre really made a nice move for that. She moved her feet well, got on the floor after it, had it popped up, and it just a little too far into the net.
Back to serve right corner. Pettinger. And it drops down. Serving ace for Pettinger. Couldn't get there in time was Macy Hager, the senior, and it's 19-9 now in favor of East Buck. Popped up by Wittenbaugh off the serve, and now a little left-handed tap over. No, it was taken away from her, and then tapping it back over to Bruce, and now back in the breadbasket and down for dinner roll time for the Buccaneers.
A little brown gravy on that one, too, because that was well played.
Yes, indeed.
Well
20-9 now, the 20th point of the night for East Buchanan. This one said Ockley backwards, diving effort by Hager, hitting the floor. The ball goes awry. It's 21-9. 4 points away. What momentum answer here by East Buchanan.
Yeah, it was.
After that first set.
You know, they came out swinging hard. They're not missing as many serves in their first game as they did in their first game.
Controlled the second set here. There was a hit through the block. Peyton Reese slams it over. She gets her first kill in this set number 2. Peyton Reese, 6 on the night now. It's 21-10.
He's going to say it's not over yet.
Freiberger comes back in. Ella Eimler, a freshman, will take a seat as it's 21-10. The 11-point lead. Back right side, Wittenbaugh hits it over the back row. It's played, popped up in the air by Reneker. Up towards the net. Reneker taps it over. Actually, that was Murphy hitting it first, I should say. Now here's a hard slam. That's going to be out of bounds. Only question was there a touch at the net. No can do. It goes out of bounds. It's 22-10 as East Buchanan a 12-point advantage.
Were there people out there asking for a touch on that?
I thought I saw some hands go up. As there is a hit over by Wilson. Now East Buchanan gets it back over right in the middle of 4 gray jerseys there for the Wildcats, and it drops down 23-10. It was hit, but Ackerman goes away from them. 23-10. It's a serve over. Wittenbaugh digs it out. Now here's a hard hit off the block by Reese. Little tap back over. And
look at Reese that kill, eh?
That's Reese, her 7th of the night. Coming back in for the Wildcats, Olivia Hager, and also to serve Abby Holtz, the senior, 23-11. This one's angled over, hit Ockley, but then hit again, and Maquoketa Valley will have to play it. Nice save there by the Buccaneers. Front set, right to left. There's a little tap just over the tape and down. How about that? Beautiful placement by Caitlin Murphy, the senior, and down 24-11. Game point coming here.
I'm surprised Lori didn't call someone on that. That was pretty far behind her head.
This one's angled over. This one's touched up in the air. Now a sideways shiver over by Maquoketa Valley. Game point. Then the Buccaneers tie it up. Popped up in the air. Front set. This one's hit out of bounds, and there it is. 25-11. East Buchanan dominates the second set and evens up the match at 1. As this one lasts 14 minutes, East Buchanan wins it 25-11, and we're tied at 1 set apiece. A break, and we're back after this with KMCH Sports. back in. Peyton Reese gets the kill. And there is a hit out of bounds by East Buchanan. And the Wildcats go up 2-0. This always fascinating volleyball sport of momentum. And here we see it again. East Buchanan came back, tied up the match, 25-11. Now Maquoketa Valley comes out of the gates, and they're up 2-0 right away. Now this one is served to the Delaware area that time as rifled it out the back end. Knew she was going to put a charge on that one. Macy Hager hit it too far out the back end. So the line drive off the serve by Alexa Winokur. 2-1 now, Mac Valley. We're tied at 1. Front set. Oh, hit on top of the net. Blocked back over. Hit up in the air. Back set. Trying to angle it. Kept it inside the antenna on the far side. Conley. Now this one is hit deep and well out of bounds. East Buchanan ties it up at 2. This is Winokur. Sending it over. Popped up in the air. Then ball around and now hit to the back row. Up front set, right to left. Hit over the block, off the hands of Hager and down by Caitlin Murphy. She gets her 4th kill tonight. The first in set number 1. It's 3-2 Buccaneers.
She's just got a cannon of an arm. That girl can swing very hard. I like it.
Back middle. This one's short on. Tough angle off the right hand of the sophomore, Alexa Winokur, and the senior, the sophomore, Nicole Penninger, I should say, comes back in. 3-3, we're tied up here. This one,
nice.
Between the hands of Reese by Murphy, and now East Buchanan gets back sideways. Shiver in the bread basket. Forward, then the rolls and brown gravy time. Beautiful move on the fake out set by Katie G that time, her 2nd kill tonight.
You had 5 Maquoketa Valley kids going after that and couldn't get to it. That was a beautiful dig by Abby Holtz just before that, too, though. She popped it up beautifully.
A line drive over. A front set to the corner, running Tapper. Popped up in the air. Sideways shiver over. Reese now smacks it over, but East Buchanan right there. Back and forth. Here we go, and now we have a line violation call on the Buccaneers. It's tied at 4.
3rd tie already this game. Maybe this will be one of those going back and forth. We'll see.
4-4, tied up over the tape and down. Getting that one over is Peyton Reese. As it skimmed over the head of Murphy, she was hoping someone behind had cover. That wasn't the case. Penninger from a knee, pops it up front. A hard hit by Murphy. It's blocked back over by Hager and company, and then it falls down on the Maquoketa Valley side. Buccaneers get the point. We're tied at 5.
We need to give Katie G a kill on that. That was a pretty hard hit against her.
Katie G, her 3rd kill tonight. Back set, right corner. This is hit out of bounds. Mac Valley asking for a touch. Up instead, they call in the net violation on East Buchanan. It's 6-5 now, Mac Valley. Lori Lammers, Belinda Dack, the officials assigned by the Girls Union. Melissa Hess and Kathy Sternhagen are the line judges here tonight, both elementary teachers in the Maquoketa Valley School District. This one is served out of bounds on the back left corner by Freiberger. We're knotted up at 6 in this back and forth tie contest here. Set number 3. The first one won by Mac Valley 25-20, EB 25-11. The second one, so the match is tied at 1 game apiece. And this one is dropped down in the back row. Who gets that one?
Olivia Hager. Placed it really nice.
The junior gets her first kill since set number 1 and 2nd of the night. Back right corner. Since the middle of the floor, popped up, hit around, hit in their net by Penninger. Mac Valley crawls away with a 2-point lead here, 8-6. This one hit awkwardly and drops down, and a 9-6 lead here for the Buccaneers. 3-point advantage, East Buchanan. This one popped over, diving dig, front set, left side, the block by Wilson, but it went to her right and out of bounds, and the hard kill by Caitlin Murphy. Give her 5 on the night. The second here in set number 3. The leading kill artist was denied of a kill in the second set. She has 2 here in the third and 5 total now.
It's kind of crazy who's stepping up, and then somebody else comes back and steps up. Brooke Wilson had a great block on it. Just pushed her out of bounds.
It's going to be out by Brooke Wilson on the kill attempt that time, the junior. And now East Buchanan gets within 1. It's 9-8 now. In favor of the Wildcats. Jump serve by G over. Popped up here. Wittenbaugh back to the left corner. Pushed over. Now back set. Inside the antenna. Hit over. And it's popped around. Bump set from the far left side. Hit over by Wittenbaugh. Front set. Left corner. Off the tape and down in the back row. Diving effort by Eimler. But getting that one down. I believe that was Reneker, correct?
Yes, it was.
Her 6th of the night. She has 1 now in this third set. She had 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Line drive over. Popped up from the back row. Going right to left now. Push over after hit by Wittenbaugh. Anderegg pops it over. Now this is hit back over by East Buck. Back and forth we go. Back set. Running tapper in the middle. Brett Basket City. General time again. That's Reneker. Her 2nd kill of this game. She's got 7 on the night now, leading the way for everybody. This one served over by Katie G. Hit almost down, but East Buchanan saves it. Almost a double hit, but it'll be sideways bumped over by East Buchanan, the former Reneker. Here's a hard slap down that time by Macy Hager, the senior, and she gets her first kill of the night. And we're knotted at 10.
We have seven ties in this game already, and we're only at 10 points.
Impressive.
We like our little records, don't we?
We do. We like our numbers, our facts and figures. 10-10.
You brushed off on me.
Front set. Here's a running tapper. This is hit back over, though, by Reese. She'll get the kill point. That falls down. As Reese, she has 9 kills on the night. I neglected her last couple here, as she is in the leading kill artist on the night. What happened there?
Nice ace by Macy Hager.
Off the serve by Hager. Senior, it's 12-10. Wildcats by 2. Back right corner. This is Macy Hager. Hit it to the middle. Popped up by Walhart. Now Penninger hit it. And it goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Off the antenna.
Oh, East Buchanan fans were clapping and went off of Mac Valley.
Yeah.
And out of bounds.
I think it hit the antenna. Oh, okay. She said off the block.
So East Buchanan gets the point. 12-11. Buccaneers trail by 1. Here's a block off the hit by Reese. Now slap to the back row. Bumped up front. Front set, right to left. Here's a hit and down in the back row. Alexa Reneker, her 3rd kill in this 3rd set. She's got 8 on the night. And we're tied at 12. 8th tie of the game. Of the match here. The 2nd round contest. And this one hit up into the net and down. And Anderegg couldn't get a good handle on it. Update from Starmont. Stars win the 2nd set, no problem, 25-12. Trying to get one more set and get ready for Don Bosco on Thursday night. There's a hard hit, but into the net by Peyton Reese. The Buccaneers, a little run here. They're up by 2, 14-12. One is served in the middle, over by Penninger. Hit to the back row by Reese. Front set, sideways shiver, popped up in the air. There's a smack over by Wittenbaugh. Front set, left corner, little tap over the front row block covers. Now short on into the net by Reneker. Mac Valley gets the point. It's 14-13 Buccaneers. Serving it from the back middle will be Wittenbaugh. Back set. Inside the antenna, lacing it over is Reneker, but we have a net violation called on Mac Valley, 15-13. They were trying to play that ball.
Yeah.
Someone too friendly with the net up front.
Well, it's the 2nd time they called Freiberger, and I'm wondering what's hitting the net, though, because I'm not seeing much movement.
It goes over off the hand of the Maquoketa Valley player, and it falls out of bounds and down. 16-13, the 3-point lead here now for East Buchanan. Then over by Winokur. It'll pop back over. There's your dinner rolls and brown gravy for Mac Valley now as Andere gets in the act. Her first kill of the night. Junior puts them back within 2 at 16-14. Back right corner. Serving over is Abby Holtz. Benninger first touches it. Don Lee, back set. Hit over there by Hamilton in the middle. And behind the back bump by Reese. Pops up in the air. Now a swat over by Wittenbaugh. Front set right to left. Going up for the kill is Murphy. In the back row, Hager's there. Short arming it into the net. Oh, block. The blocker just hitting the net.
She hit it in the net.
In the net call on Maquoketa Valley. Down on their side of the court. He struck it the point of the ball at 17-14 DB. From the back middle, line driving this one over is Katie G. This is hit awkwardly to the right out of bounds. Well, the Maquoketa Valley sideline, a 4-point lead now for East Buck, 18-14.
Right now, East Buchanan's not doing much wrong. You know, they're keeping everything in a tight ship and running a good offense.
Megan G., the senior server, and this one's hit too hard. Out the back end. And it's 19-14. Timeout, Mac Valley. As the Buccaneers lead by 5. We're back after this in KMCA Sports. Serving ace for Megan G. as East Buchanan continues their run here, increases their lead to 6 after the timeout by Mac Valley. 20-14. A little running capper over the net. It's hit, going to be out of bounds. The senior kill point that time is Kate Reese. That's her third here in set number 3. She's got 10 on the night, leading the way. Just ahead of that, Alexa Winokur, who has 8 on East Buchanan's side. 5-point lead for East Buck. Serving over is Reese. Hit back over Wittenbaugh. Back set. Here's the hard kill attempt off the block. Hager with the throw over. Now a toss over by Caitlin Murphy. Front set. Here's a hammer to the back row out of bounds. A little too hard that time by Reese. And it's 21-15. Buccaneers are 4 points away from going up 2-1 in this match. This one's hit over Imler Libero. Little toss over there for the covers Hamilton. She hits it sideways, and Megan G. and Katie G. Sisters are fighting for that one as it falls down between them and out of bounds.
Then they look at each other like, you're supposed to get that.
You're going to be paying for that later, sissy. You think that kind of stuff goes on? I'm sure in volleyball. You probably know that. Did you have sisters growing up?
I did.
21-16. And there's a nice dump down by Maquoketa Valley. We're still playing. Good little volley here. Tapped up in the air. Pump over. Front set in the middle. Another pump. Front set back. Hit over by Wittenbaugh. Nice shot by East Buchanan avoiding the line there up front with Murphy. They get it back over. Toss back to Hamilton. Sideways shiver by G. Katie G, that is, the junior. Hammer down there by Macy Hager. Her second kill of the night. And it's 21-17. Those volleys, that back and forth, that's what makes this sport very exciting.
Oh, definitely. You know, and they almost could have called the setter for East Buchanan back row attack. But I think she's back row right now.
Left corner, this is Reed serving it over. It's popped up by G. Now the other G gets in the act, pushed over by Pettinger. There's a hard slam and a block right there on top of the net for the block was Caitlin Murphy. Murphy, the senior, gets her 6th kill of the night off of that kill block attempt. It's 22-17, 3 points away of the Buccaneers from going up 2-1.
She's third on the team in blocks. She's got 23 for the season solo.
And here is Murphy sending it over. Popped up in the air by Abby Holt. Now it's tossed over by Wittenball. Front set in the middle of the net. Hit over and down. Thinking in the back left corner that time was Alexa Reniker. As Reniker with her ninth kill tonight. Fourth here in game 3.
Real nice cross-body swing on that.
This is popped over off the serve by Murphy. 23-17, Bucks by 6. Backed up front. Pumping it up is Murphy. There's a little tap over by Reniker. Front set to the middle. It's hit through the block and down. Mac Valley gets the point off the right hand of Macy Hager. Her third kill. All three of them coming in this third set.
Yeah, she's waking up a little bit. She's coming to them. Trying to get that thing going. Trying to get the team going and celebrating out there.
Hager third on the team in kills coming in. 124 on the year. 23-18. 5-point lead. This is blocked back over by Hager. She gets her fourth now off the hit from the right side. As Murphy was denied of a kill, it's 23-19.
They've got to keep the defense tight on this if they want to claw back into this.
One tip back over. Walhart pops it up in the air. Now here's a hard kill attempt. That's going to be out. The delayed reaction from the line judge out there. From my angle, I couldn't tell for sure if it kissed the line. It was close.
I'm just going to keep a no comment on that one, John.
As I think it's the hesitation that really throws them off.
Yeah. Kathy thinks about him. She really does look hard. So
this one tipped to the back row. It's off of Walhart and down. And it's 23-21. 2-point lead. And Coach Gallup wants a timeout. 23-21 East Buck. We're back after this in KMCH Sports. Back in Maquoketa Valley, another kill, lift violation call on East Buck. On the game we have here in set 3, 23-22. East Buchanan, breadbasket, but good job by the dig by Walhart. Here's a kill off the net attempt, but played up in the air by Murphy. The set back to Murphy. A block by Hager, back to the back row. Left corner, tap off the block, over for Maquoketa Valley by Wittenball, and then here's a short arm in the net by Murphy, and we are tied just like that. What a run back by Mac Valley. We're tied at 23.
Ella Eimler kept that ball in play from Maquoketa Valley. She was the difference in that play right there.
But set over in the middle, cover there, front set, bumping it up, and now
miscommunication.
What do we call there?
There's 4 hits.
Four hits
it again
on East Buchanan. 24-23. We'll keep it here. Mac Valley has the lead. Recapping some other area games, some matches in Class 2A. Bellevue won the first one over Cascade. Tonight in Bellevue, 26-24 and 25-12. So the Cougars are down to their season lives 2-0. Starmont all over Central. Cater 25-14 and 25-12. So the Stars are up 2-0. We'll have Starmont coverage Thursday night, barring they hang on against most likely Don Bosco in Starmont Thursday night. Julie Vansky will join me for that coverage. As here, it's 24-23. 1-point lead. Mac Valley. Here's the kill, and it falls down off the block of Wilson. But a great kill that time by Murphy. Her 7th of the night, her 4th here in game 3. She had 3 in game 1.
Ninth tie of the game, right at the game point.
Wow. Katie G. Over. Backward. Fighting for it. And it hit the Raptors, and it'll be down. Valiant effort by Maquoketa Valley. But down it falls on their side, 25-24. 1 point lead here now for East Buck. Coach Whitball asks if she has timeouts, and the answer is yes. She'll take one here. East Buchanan leads by a point, 25-24.
Freeze that server out. She wants to take that timeout. Let her go back with that ball. Put it in her hands and call a timeout before the whistle blows. That way you make her go back over to that timeout and think about it a little bit.
So the first set was won by Maquoketa Valley, 25-20. East Buck came back, dominated in set 2, 25-11. First one took 18 minutes, second one 14 minutes. We're just shy of 20 minutes here in set number 3, as East Buck has the lead, 25-24. Back to serve is Katie G., the junior. And from the back right corner, G. The jump serve. Hit to the back row. Whittenball over. Hit back over by East Buck. Hit up in the rafters. Hit before it goes over the net. Now push over by Hager. Back set. This is going to be hit over on the far side by Donnelly. Little tap over. East Buck is there. The push over from G from the middle. There's a bump set up front. Little tapper. But Murphy's there for the cover. Front set. Left corner. Here's the hit down the line and good. And East Buck has won off the fifth kill of the night by Alexa Whitaker. Whitaker gets East Buchanan a 26-24 win. And the Buccaneers go up 2-1 in this match. As that set number 3 lasted exactly 20 minutes. 2-1, East Buck with the lead. We're back after this at KMC Sports. Exactly 8 o'clock. We start set number 4. East Buchanan leads the match 2-1. It's served over by the Buccaneers. Hit back over and down.
Just a passing error. That communication thing is going to be really big in these games, especially when you have that adrenaline going so high. You have to be loud in a gym like this.
And this one is going to be out of bounds. Free violation, I should say. The ball went fluttering out of bounds. And we're tied at 1. 18 minutes, 14 minutes, and 20 minutes of first 3 sets. A win for Mac Valley, 25-20, and then 2 wins by EB, 25-11, 26-24. Back set, Reese slaps it over. It's hit up in the air. Here's Walhart chasing it near the basketball hoop. She hits it even further in the air off the rafters and down hard before a teammate could get there. It's 2-1 Wildcats.
Yeah, you know, I mean, when you're playing in a gym like this, even this early in the tournament or the postseason, a low ceiling can make a difference in a game sometimes.
So set over by the Wildcats on the run. Hit in the net by Haley Hamilton. And Maquoketa Valley has the lead. 3-1. From the back middle. Set over the back row. Not able to get there is Katie G. Megan G in time, I should say. It bounds down. It's 4-1.
Reese has a really cool drop to the end of her serve.
Front set, hit back over. Popped up in the air by Murphy. Front set at the net, hard hammer by Hager. It's hit to the rafters. A nice save by G. It's popped back over by Pettinger. Here's a hard hit in the net, blocked back over right at the net by Hamilton. Now Valley tosses back over. Front set. Little tippy tap after that by Murphy. Now Valley will answer with a hit. A first, a 2-hit violation called. East Buchanan pointing the ball. It's 4-2. Wildcats lead by 2. As Reese is out for a breather. Back in is Madison Eimler, the senior. The back right corner, lofting it over. Eimler up front. High set. Hitting it out of bounds. That time is number 8, Olivia Hager.
They're keeping the line judges pretty busy tonight here, John.
Yes, indeed. As this one drops down.
Well, when it's off a block, you know, you're supposed to let your back row player pack that up, and you don't reach your arm back to get that. That's what Freiberger did.
The back right side is Haley Hamilton. We're tied at 4. This one hits the light in the rafters, bounce back down. Somehow Valley will recover and get it back over. Here's a hard hit. Block back down on this side of the floor, and then in the process, Macy Hager gets an elbow from a teammate, Olivia Hager.
That kill was by Caitlin Murphy then.
As Murphy gets a kill, her 8th of the night.
She got her in the nose pretty good.
Yeah, nose or eye. Macy Hager has to come out. She is in some pain as the trainer here for a long time. Jeff McCormick comes over to 10 to the senior athlete, Macy Hager, as McCormick will take her,
look at her nose
off the floor. Yeah.
Got a little bump
she's
on
a little woozy, too, walking there.
Yeah.
McCormick has to hang on to her, and you hate to see that.
Yeah.
Especially the way it happened. Her teammate, the sister or cousin, Olivia Hager.
I'm not sure.
And some kind of relative, probably. And
I'm sure they are.
This one is hit back over, down the line, diving effort, Walhart. What a save from on top of the bench. And they'll get it over. Off the tape and good. What an effort there by Megan G. She was on the bench of East Buchanan. Now what they call?
They call 2 hits on Maquoketa Valley again.
2-hit violation.
She's watching the spin of that ball. She's watching the spin of the ball.
6-4. The lead here for East Buchanan. It's a short on in that F by Macy Freiberger. And 7-4 now the lead. So 4 minutes into this set number 4. It's 7-4. There's Hager coming right back in.
She's saying, put me back in, coach.
She's saying she's fine.
Yeah.
And
there's a good one.
This one hit back over and down by Lydia Helly, the sophomore. Helly.
Very nice hit by her. Use the outside of the block on that. It's nice to see that when they see a double block. Hit it off the outside of their hand so you know it's going to go out of bounds.
This kill tonight. This one hit in their net, short arm, 8-5 now. As Lydia Helly, the daughter of another head coach in this volleyball program, Maquoketa Valley, at one time, Sarah Helly. She had the program 3 years, from 99 to 2001. 8-5 from the back left corner. This one's hit over, popped back up in the air. Now a sideways bump pushed over by Wittenbaugh. Front set, push to the back row, and just there in the corner. Madison Eimler, the eagle-eye look.
Wow.
Saw that one go right down in front of her in the corner. 9-5 Buccaneers.
Not too often do you get that, see that perfect of a placement. That was right inside the corner.
This one falls down.
Net by Macy Hager.
The net violation, the 10-5 lead here for East Buchanan. Serving again is Caitlin Murphy, the senior. Hit back over by Mac Valley. Wittenbaugh hit awkwardly and down, and it's 10-6 now. 2-1 lead in this match by East Buck. 4-point advantage here in set number 4 for East Buchanan. Starmont has ended Central Cater's year. The Stars improve on to Thursday night. They'll most likely take on Don Bosco at home. 3-0, the victory tonight for Coach Robert Getkin and company. We'll have Starmont volleyball for you Thursday night right here. KMCH Sports.
It's a nice block hit by Macy Hager. The setter had to go up because it was close to the net, so she's trying to get over, so make it Macy just did a lunchtime on her and pushed her right back at her.
Maddie Anderegg now, the junior, just pushed up front, a hard hit into the net and falls down. As short on there by Reneker. 10-8, 2-point Buccaneer lead. Mac Valley trying to steal some of that East Buchanan magic.
Yeah.
Get a run going here. Front set. There's Reneker off the block. Touched up in the air by Heimler. Front set. There's a push over. It's heavy out of bounds. Hager trying to push it in the back left corner, but it was out of bounds. 11-8 now, East Buck.
Yeah, she was just turned a little bit too much. She had a good idea on that, though, because there was nobody covering that back corner.
This one goes into the net. 11-9 now, the 2-point advantage for Maquoketa Valley. Trailing, I should say. East Buck the 2-point lead. In the back right corner. Hitting it over is Hager. Near the net. Push to the far side. That's going to be in. On that far side. No hesitation there. Maquoketa Valley girls just could not get there. 12-9, 3-point lead.
I got to say that East Buchanan is really good at putting those balls in the places where they're not.
This one's here to the right side, awkwardly. Wittenball. Nice valiant effort from the front row. Then ball back around, up in the air. Now a hammer over by Brooke Wilson. And
That's a kill.
Drops down. Wilson.
Yeah.
Gets her first kill of the night. Comes in with 49 on the season. 12-10, 2-point lead for East Buck. Served over off the right hand of Emerson Wittenball, the freshman. Popped up in the air there by Hager. Front set after that little tap over by Reese. East Buchanan will play it. The hammer by Donnelly goes off the hands, almost made a basketball hoop there. Casey Hager hit it. It went just above the rim off the square of the backboard and down as the kill point there to Donnelly.
Yeah.
Her third of the night. Her first since set number 2. And this one served out. Goes out of bounds 13-11. 2-point lead again here for East Buck.
That's one thing East Buchanan does not want to do. Is they don't want to let that start getting them to be a problem there, because the first set that bothered them a lot. They had a lot of serves that were out, so they need to bring that back under control.
On the back right side. This one is line drive over. Hit back over and down by
Caitlin Murphy.
Murphy. That is her 9th of the night. Comes in the leading kill at 276, a school record for most of the season on this East Buchanan volleyball program. Their first winning season. Their first winning season since 1995. Most wins ever at 20. Buccaneer program has done some nice things in volleyball this year. There's another one hit out of bounds. It's 14-12 now, 2-point lead. Back middle. Line driving it over is Reese and gets it down on an ace serve. That's 14-13. We'll see how long Coach Gallup lets the Buccaneers play through this here.
Well, you know, Reese, she runs the team in the aces. She's got everybody beat, so she's got a bullet for a serve.
That's the one. Nice cover. Pumped up in the air. I'll push back over and down by Hager. Her 5th of the night. She didn't have any until that third set. She had 5. 1 now here in set 4. And we're tied up at 14.
And that's only our 3rd tie of the night. So it's been a battle.
This one line drives over by Reese. Hit back and into the net by G. Coach Gallup wants a timeout. 15-14. Wildcats have come storming back. They lead by 1. This is the kind of volleyball Coach Wittenball and company want to see as they have the 1-point lead now.
Oh, that's a definite. You know, she's liking the way they're running some offense. She's liking the way they're serving, because you have some very aggressive serving going on by Maquoketa Valley right now. The other thing that East Buchanan's doing right is they're keeping their serves in. They haven't missed that many serves this time. So both teams just need to keep that tone up and keep the offenses going, and we're going to keep an exciting game going.
15-14, the 1-point advantage here for Mount Valley. Set number 4. It's a 2-1 lead for East Buck. As Randy Woodball, in her 8th year coaching varsity volleyball, 7 years at Oline and Clarion Goldfield before coming here this year. Well, head coach since the program started back in 1986 for Maquoketa Valley Volleyball. This one's hit over off the block up front of Hager. It's tipped around. Now a push back over. Front set is a hit to the back row, but first we have what? Over the line violation called on East Buck. And the run keeps going for Wildcats. It's 16-14, 2-point lead. Line drive over by Reese off the serve. Front set, right to left. Here's Freiberg, a little kiss in the net. She hits it out of bounds. And it's 16-15 now, the 1-point lead.
On that overpass, Macy Hager really wanted to go up and smash that thing, but she thought she was a little too far out, so she set it up.
This one served over. Freiberger first. Now Winsberg off the set. Murphy, they hit it, but first we had 2 hit violations called on East Buck. 2-point lead for the Wildcats, 17-15. Back to serve, right corner is Ella Eimler. This one sent over. Megan pops it up front. Little pass to the middle. Nice cover there. Laying out Hager. Popped over by Holtz. This one's hit back over to Holtz, and now a sideways bump by Ella Eimler. Front set, right to left. Murphy bounce back down on Hager, who had on the block. Now it hit over and down. What do we have? 2-hit violation call on the Wildcats. 17-16, Mac Valley. 1-point lead. East Buck leads this match 2-1. For an hour and 13 minutes into it, here tonight from Delhi. Sideways shiver over by Windfall, the freshman. Hard smack to the back row, out of bounds. They're asking for a tip, and they get it. A touch is called. East Buchanan has tied it up at 17. Back left corner. Serving to Caitlin Murphy. Murphy sends it to the back row. Eimler, little barrel there. Up front, hit out of bounds by Hager. The timeout for Coach Wittenball. We'll take a breather with them. 1-point lead, East Buck, 18-17, late stages of game number 4. Back up to this from KMC Sports. Back in to Delhi. It's 2 hits in a row by Wittenberg there. It's a 2-point lead. East Buchanan 6 points away. That's 19-17. Here's the hit over by Caitlin Murphy. It's a shove by Wittenbaugh.
Shove all right.
Hit back to Mac Valley side. Now tossed over by Hager. This one hit hard, but into the net by Renniger. And down on her side of the court, it's 19-18. 1-point lead, Maquoketa Valley.
You know, you had East Buchanan leading the set all the way up to 14. Then they changed the lead. Maquoketa Valley took it over. Now we're back to East Buchanan's lead. Quite a game.
This one hit over by Anderegg. It's a hard hit. Goes off the block. Diving effort by Eimler, then tossed over by Anderegg. This one's hit and down. Hager got a hand on it. Ella Eimler dove, did not get a handle. It's 20-18. Buccaneers 5 points away.
Good effort by Eimler, though. She was doing that beautiful college dive and almost had it.
Now this one at the net. Hit back over and down. Get that one to Wittenbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
As Emerson Wittenbaugh, her first kill in a while. She's got 5 now in the night. This one served over by Hager. Pops around, taps over, and going to be a 4-hit violation call. We're tied again at 20. How many ties in this set?
5. That's 6-1.
As back right side, here's Hager. Fine Johns it over. Hits sideways. Hitting it is Pettinger. Now tossing it over and down. Couldn't get there in time. Macy Hager has a 1-point lead for East Buck. 21-20. From the middle, Pettinger serves it over. Pops up by Hager. Front set. Here's Reese. Back row. Hit. Out of bounds by Murphy. Well up into the fan section on Maquoketa Valley side.
That was all the way to the top row.
It was. It bounded all the way up. Cute little girl able to help out with her from her mommy there. Retrieve that one in. As the Wildcats will serve it over. Knotted at 21. From the middle, Murphy. But a block back down. Right on top of that is Freiberger. And Mac Valley has a 1-point lead, 22-21.
That was a real nice block. Both Freiberger and Reese were right there with their hands right over that net, ready for that ball.
Back right side, hit over. Off the serve. Oh, hit back by Reese off the attempt by Hamilton. That one hit over and down right on the line. East Buchanan gets the point, ties it up at 22.
Have we had a game that they've had the line judges this busy in a long time?
And a block back down by Murphy. A sideways shiver on the run, left to right hander. Murphy right there. 23-22, timeout. Coach Wittenbaugh takes the timeout. 1-point lead for East Buck. Murphy. It's another kill point there. She's got 10 on the night now. As the Buccaneers lead by 1. Haven't had many second-round victories for both of these teams, whose programs over the years haven't had a whole lot of success in the world of high school volleyball. Both looking to win and improve on. And then in the way is top-ranked Dyke New Hartford playing Denver tonight. Got to get an update of that one before we're done. Back set, cross back over. Sideways bump in the air. Mishandling the set is Freiberger as it goes off her hands awkwardly and falls down before it gets to the net. And it's game and match point here. Buccaneers by 2, 24-22. Front set. Here's Freiberger hitting it back and down. Reneker can't get to it in time. 24-23.
That's 8 kills for Freiberger tonight. You've got a lot of girls that are getting quite a few kills in these sets tonight.
Now this one hit over and back down. Getting the kill point there for East Buchanan. It is Reneker. Alexa Reneker. A big one for her. 11th on the night. And the Buccaneers take it 25-23. They improved their season. The most wins now sits at 21-10. The most sets in the program, 53-26. They improved their road record at 17-9. Mac Valley drops to 40-41 on the season set-wise and 13-16 overall. 5-3 at home as East Buchanan improves on. They came out here after getting beat in set 1, determined to get to the next round.
Yeah.
And did they do it? 3 straight wins, 25-11, 26-24, and 25-23. What effort tonight by East Buck.
You know, and it all came down to who was going to mix up the sets the most and who was going to play just real solid passing in an offense type of game. And East Buchanan came a little out on top on that one.
That's the Buccaneers get the 3-1 victory here tonight. We'll take a timeout, start our post-game deck. We're back after this from KMC Sports. Donna Jones back with you from Maquoketa Valley High School here in Delhi. We're joined now by the seventh-year head coach, Kayla Gallup of the East Buchanan Buccaneers, as the Bucs get a win here tonight as they beat Maquoketa Valley 3-1. Total match score 97-83. Total time 1 hour and 12 minutes as the Buccaneers improved on with a record of 21-10. Most match wins ever, most set wins ever, and why not add a second-round win ever to get to the third round to face either Dyke, Hartford, or Denver coming up on Thursday night in Jessup. So congratulations to you on what this program has achieved this year.
Thank you.
As talk about the transformation here in the last couple of years, trying to improve the program, staying with the program, getting girls excited about it, as it's been some struggling campaigns here and there. And when you look at the history book of East Buchanan volleyball, talk about how you've been able to do that the last several seasons.
Well, when I started here, we didn't start girls until 7th grade, and that was one of the things I'd seen other coaches doing, is starting a youth program. So we actually started that in 2011. Well, it would have been the spring of 2012. And that's been a huge thing. The girls are getting touches earlier. They're learning the basics in 5th grade. My assistant coach and I, who's ever been my assistant coach, we've always coached that team, so they learned the way we wanted to do it. And so actually our juniors are the first years who's been up all the way through that 5th grade till junior year now. And yourself as a 2007 graduate, playing in the program there in the mid-2000s, what's it mean to you to see this kind of success for the volleyball program? I mean, it's just awesome to have your alma mater become so successful, and especially when you get to be the coach, it's just amazing. I mean, the girls do all the work, but we get the good feeling too. Absolutely. You know, it was nice to see, Coach, how when you brought your kids in, when you took a timeout in between games, how you settled them down, but then you said, okay, now let's get to business. You know, what's your game plan for coming up for practices now and getting ready for the next round now, and keeping the girls calm, you know, and knowing, yeah, we did this. That's that first thing, but what are we going to do now? Yeah, we've been watching a lot of tape on Dyke and just trying to figure out what our strengths, just like we did with Maquoketa Valley. We tried to figure out that cross-court shot. We knew that was low for them, and so we've just been focusing on that for the last week. Now we'll just watch some tape on them, keep the girls finding those holes, and just practice those holes, and hopefully we can do something with that. Very talented at finding the holes. Yes, they have been working very hard, yes. Very nice. And after that first set tonight, fell by 5 and then came back. And the momentum was really on your side the whole way after that. Mac Valley had a little run there on you in that third and fourth set, but your girls were able to persevere, and it comes from a lot of close matches this year, I'm sure. Yeah, after the first set, I told the girls, you know, we came in here, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. Mac Valley's a great team. This is the 4th time we faced them this year, and so we actually split with them now 2-2. But I just told the girls, you know, we knew it was going to be easy. We have to not make any mistakes. We have to play our game, our momentum, and that was a game changer for them. And then when Mac Valley did get those runs on us, you know, I just called them out and said the same thing. It's because we're making our errors. We have to do positives, and that's how we're going to get the points scored. And another thing we noticed from up here, the personality of your girls, a lot of smiling out there. Oh, yeah. Having fun and enjoying what you're doing on the court. Yeah. You can't always say that. That's a good thing to see. Yeah, this team has great team chemistry. I mean, there's sophomores through seniors on here, and they all work together so well, and they're all so supportive of each other. Even my bench girls, you know, they're so supportive of the girls in the court, which is really hard to get a bench to be completely bought into your program when they spend a lot of time sitting there. And so they're on it, too, and my setter, you know, she's got a lot of great enthusiasm, and she runs the court out there. And when she gets excited, you can't help but follow along. Yeah, you know, and it's really nice to see out in a court when you don't know the seniors from the freshmen and the sophomores, because everybody's patting each other on the back and everybody's holding each other up. That's when you have a program going. Exactly, and that's what we've been pushing for. Getting ready for Thursday night now, as Joan alluded to, keeping those emotions in check and realizing it's going to be a challenge on Thursday night, but believing in yourself that you can do it. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Best of luck to you. Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight and doing this for us. Absolutely. Best of luck to you. Kayla Gallup, the 7th-year head coach for the East Buchanan Buccaneers. As Coach Gallup, she's got the same personality of the girls. No wonder why they act like that. Very cheerful and smiley and great personality. Definitely. As Coach Gallup, as her 7th season, East Buchanan 71 and 129 now, her record in her 7th year, the 2007 East Buchanan graduate and a former player coming back, taking the program. She's a high school math teacher at East Buchanan. 21 wins, 21-10, match-wise overall now 53 and 26. And it's good to see a program like this, as we talked about, have struggled for years to get some excitement, getting to the third round in volleyball for the first time ever. Yeah, you know, and when you're looking at that, just that one little mile marker that they've made that. There's going to be some young kids looking at that. There's going to be some parents looking at that. They're going to get involved with this program and say, you know what, we're going to keep backing her. We're going to make this the best we can be. So it's going to be fun to watch them in the future. Hopefully people will jump on that bandwagon with her and make these kids the best they can be.
And so the next obstacle will be on Thursday night in Jessup, either Dyke New Hartford or Denver. She talked about they've been really preparing for number one. Dyke New Hartford looks to be that team as they were Class 3A champions last year, dropped back down to 2A. Dyke New Hartford, a powerhouse program that they have there, most likely the opponent for East Buck on Thursday night at 7 o'clock in Jessup. Maquoketa Valley, this series now goes to 14-8. Wildcats have won 14 in the last 22 meetings, but it's East Buchanan improving on here tonight and ending Maquoketa Valley's season as Coach Brandy Wittenbaugh and company say goodbye to 6 seniors, Macy Hager, Madison Imler, Hunter Glass, also Abby Holtz, Andriana Supple, and Peyton Reese. So as we talked about early on for Maquoketa Valley, they have accomplished some good things in the volleyball program the last few years. They had the most wins last year since 1998. They had the first winning season since 2011 last year. Before that, it was 2000. This year, you have another 13-win mark, 3 shy of a winning season, 4 shy of a winning season, I should say.
Right.
But things are looking in the right direction, and just getting some consistency and a coach that will stay with it here and keep building this program.
Yeah, you know,
Mac Valley needs.
Mac Valley can walk away with their head held high. They really gave them a game tonight. It was a good match all around tonight for both of these teams as far as building a program and seeing where we can go. You've got kids out there that are swinging hard. You've got younger kids that are going to come up. She put a sophomore in there. Threw that sophomore in there. What was her name? The tall one that went in, number 10, I think.
Lydia Helly.
Yeah, Helly. She threw her in there. She went in there, made a block and a kill.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice to see that. And if Brandy can stay around for a few years, get some consistency in the coaching, and is able to stay for a few years, I think you're going to keep seeing things really keep on the upturn for this team.
Yes, indeed, as the Wildcats close out their season at 13-16. As congratulations on the competitive season for Maquoketa Valley. Best of luck to Coach Wittenbaugh and Dutra and company. And great luck to Coach Kayla Gallup and Assistant Coach Byron Reeder as the Buccaneers move on at 21-10 to third round. First time ever a second-round victory here in the sport of volleyball for East Buchanan as they get the 3-1 win tonight over the Wildcats of Maquoketa Valley. Mac Valley won the first one 25-20 in 18 minutes. Game 2 was East Buck 25-11 in 14 minutes. Set 3, 26-24. Buccaneers in 20 minutes. And EB with a 25-23 finale win in the fourth set in 20 minutes. Total score 97-83 East Buchanan. And an hour and 12 minutes here tonight. Joni, thanks for your time as always. Tomorrow night we'll be back together inside the friendly confines of Seedorf Gymnasium for West Delaware volleyball, as the Hawks will have no easy chore as the third-ranked Waterloo Columbus in Class 3A comes to town for second-round Class 3A regional action tomorrow night. Hawks are going to have to play well at home.
Yeah, they will. You know, their back row defense is going to have to show up. Their blocking is going to have to make sure it's solid. They're going to have to really mix things up so that Columbus doesn't know where they're going and not let them know where they are. It's going to be a fun night.
As we'll take the air around 6:50 tomorrow night, trying to get Coach Mather on in the pre-match, and then have all the coverage for you tomorrow night from West Delaware High School's Hawks take on Waterloo Columbus. Elsewhere around the coverage area tonight, Starmont beats Central Decatur in 3, 25-14, 25-12, and 25-15. 3-0 win for the Stars as a fourth-ranked team in Class 1A advances on to Thursday night, as they'll take on most likely Don Bosco at home. Julian Vasky and I will have all that action inside the Starmont High School Gymnasium Thursday night right here around 6:50 from KMCH and KMCH.com. Also, Cascade season was ended tonight as the Cougars fell to Bellevue 26-24, 25-12, and 28-26. 3-0 loss for Coach Frake and the Cougars tonight on the road in Bellevue. That's going to do it here tonight as we thank our great sponsors, all 9 of our Maquoketa Valley flavored sponsors, and 2 for East Buchanan, for East Buck, Crop Production Services, and Winthrop Blocker. Also by Local Electric, Silver Ridge Co-op, Monticello Sports, Hillside Manufacturing, Exit Realty, Susie Meyer, Delhi Machine Shops, Delhi Insurance Agency, Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, and the Chicken Creek Studio. And thanks to all 47 of our main sports boosters here for letting us provide you with great area coverage of high school sports. Couldn't do it without News Director Janelle Tucker and my partner Joan Salo. For John Swisher, once again the final 3-1. East Buck moves on for the first time ever through a third-round match as they'll take on most likely Dyke New Hartford Thursday night in Jessup. Have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Monday night. So long, everybody, from Delhi, Iowa.
So